Hi everybody, welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. Today I want to tell you 10 random facts about my new album, Lighten Up, which you can pre-order today or totally stream and download everywhere you get music tomorrow, April 24th, 2020. Thank you so much, everybody who's already pre-ordered it. You made me get featured on the iTunes Jazz page. That's something I never did with my last album, and it happened this time thanks to all of you. Thank you. All right, here we go. Random fact number 1. First track on the album is Brandy. The first track on the album is Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, which was originally done by The Looking Glass back in the 70s. I actually learned it from a compilation of best albums of the 70s that my mom had when I was a kid, and the story always stuck with me. That's why I'm recording this song. It has brand new changes. I've reharmonized it some. I'm going to play you a little clip right now and show you those alternate changes.
There's a port on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. All the sailors pass their time away and talk about their homes.
The next track is my brand new arrangement of All the Things You Are. The thing I'd like to share with you about this tune is that it opens with what my friend Adam Neely calls a musical Necker cube. Do you know what a Necker cube is? It's one of those cubes that you learned to draw when you were a kid, and if you look at it one way, it looks like this is the front, and if you look at it another way, it looks like this is the front of the cube. You know what I'm talking about? That happens, at least I think it'll happen, in All the Things You Are. I start off with a little 4-note motif that'll trick you. You'll hear it one way, and then you'll realize that you need to be hearing it another way as you get into it a little bit.
You are the promised kiss of springtime.
Number 3, Where or When. It's the only duet track on the album. I play with Mike Scott. This is the only track on the album where instead of just taking a direct sound from Mike's guitar, we also had it mic'd nice and close up. And I absolutely love the sound that we got from his guitar on this track.
Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again.
If I Should Lose You is a song that I learned from Nina Simone, and she sings it so soft and beautiful, and it's very, very sad. And I used to perform it that way until I heard the Keith Jarrett Trio performing it, just super swinging. And I just thought, is there any way I could possibly do both of those things? That's what we do here. Slow, sad, and then super swinging.
If I should lose you, if I should lose you, the stars would fall from the sky. If I should lose you.
Moon River is one of my favorite standards of all time. I love the melody, I love the chords, I love the lyric, and I love to solo over it. This particular arrangement came to be because I was on my way to a gig one time, and I realized I didn't have an intro or an outro for Moon River, and so while I was in traffic, I scribbled it on a receipt. That's the intro and the outro to Moon River.
La, la, la.
Moonlight is one of my favorite songs. It was written by John Williams for the film Sabrina in 1995, and Sting is the only person that I've ever heard perform it. Alan and Marilyn Bergman wrote the lyrics to it, and paired with John Williams and a bossa nova groove, I think you'll fall in love with this song too.
In the moonlight, when the shadows play, when the thought of what could happen takes your breath away, sighs and whispers.
On Skylark, we've done it in 3. It's a waltz. And I decided to do something that I mess around with from time to time, and that's trading with myself. So taking a piano solo just for a couple of bars, and then when I think of it, coming in with my voice, and then when it feels right again, I come in with the piano, back and forth, like it's one instrument. I'm happy to show that to you for the first time on an album, on Skylark.
Won't you lead me there?
Old Devil Moon is an arrangement of mine that I've been doing since college. To me, the coolest thing about this arrangement is that the drummer uses mallets. That's the way I kind of envisioned it right from the beginning, with this groove that goes dum, dum, bing, dum, dum, psh. That's the feeling that drives this whole arrangement, and James even plays an entire solo on mallets that I think sounds fantastic.
You and your glance make this romance too hot to...
Fact number 10 is about the only original on the whole album, which is Ella's song that I released as a single a couple of weeks ago. There's also a music video of Ella's song on my YouTube channel, so you can see everything going on. I think the most interesting thing about this recording is that my drummer James plays the Irish bones on it. They're kind of like spoons. I don't know how he holds them or anything, but I liked the sound of them so much that I put it in an arrangement for James. I said, James, I wrote a song for you to play on bones. That's my favorite thing about this track. And we played it live once, and James can play the bones and then switch to sticks and play his set, but on the album he wanted to make sure everything was just right. So this is actually the only thing that got overdubbed on the whole album.
But she shines so bright, blows a kiss to the sun and paddles so hard. Never.
The last fact about the album, fact number 10, is that it's called Lighten Up. And people have had funny guesses about where I'm at on the album cover. The best one I saw was somebody just said, Aimee, get out of the dryer. I'm not in a dryer, but the album's called Lighten Up. So where else would I be but in a playground tunnel? I hope you have as much fun listening to it as I did making it, although I think that's impossible. Thank you to everybody who has already pre-ordered and to everybody in the future that downloads and streams my new album, Lighten Up. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time on Aimee Nolte Music.